will be discussing black holes and wormholes today in honor of Star Talk Live, in which I will be attending later this evening. Super excited. So black holes and wormholes are quite interesting, and the book that's written by deGrasse Tyson, which is called Death by Black Hole, is actually an excellent book in which got me very interested in cosmology and the deep space topics as opposed to more planetary sciences. So black holes are interesting, and they work in the way of a collapse of a very massive star, just completely collapse amongst its own core because it is just so dense, and there's such a strong gravitational field within the star. Now, the way that we can detect a black hole, first of all, is its extremely strong gravitational field. We're going to actually start to notice this movement of stars and like star clusters, globular clusters, moving towards this area that's actually, it's extremely bright, because right around the black hole there is an event horizon. The event horizon is a full-on accretion and attraction of all the nearby stars. So in the center of like a galaxy, you have this super bright like bulge, because it's just a high density of all the stars in the galaxy collecting right around the black hole. So around here you have the event horizon, and inside the black hole is what's theorized to be a star, a center of gravity, a center of mass that is so dense, so heavily dense. And what's happening is, because of its gravitational pull, it's starting to attract and pull all these stars into it. So every time another star, another form of matter, is going to fall into the black hole, it adds to this center of gravity. So it's actually getting more dense. Then we bring the next topic into wormhole. A way to explain a wormhole is you want to get from point A to point B, and it's going to take you a while to travel along the fabric of space and time. So based on Einstein's theory of general relativity, time and space work on this fabric. So a great way that I can actually explain Einstein's theory of general relativity of the fabric of space and time was actually shown to me by my very first professor, Dr. Charles Liu, and he explained it as like a piece of spandex. And I actually happen to have a pair of my leggings sitting right here. So I will be back in 1 second, and I'm going to do a demonstration for you guys. Okay, so I have my leggings tied here to a doorknob, and I'm stretching them. So just imagine that this is the fabric of space and time. The entire universe works like this. It's just multiple layers, dimensions of this fabric. So now you have, say, a body of mass, something like Earth. So you can barely see, like it bends, you know, a little bit, like a little bit of a difference here. Then you have something a lot bigger, like say maybe a supergiant. You could see that it bends a bit more. Now let's say that there's something like a black hole. You could really see how much that bends right along the side. I'll pull it tighter. So what this shows us is that the mass is what really makes a difference on this fabric of space and time. So when you have something like a black hole or a wormhole, you have a bend in time. So say you want to try and get from point A to point B, and we'll say like this is point A and this is point B, and it's very far away. Say that, like, you know, this is Earth. Maybe instead of this being a star that we want to get to, this will be an exoplanet that we'd like to get to, like Proxima b or Kepler 186f. Let's say that we want to get there. Now it's going to take a long time for us to just travel along the fabric of space and time. So if anyone has actually seen Interstellar, they do explain this in the movie. Love that movie. And a great way that you can maybe have like a shortcut is this theory of a wormhole, where pretty much to get from this to this, you can actually fold space-time. You can fold the fabric of space and the fabric of time, so you can get from point A to point B a lot faster. but there are a few technical issues as far as trying to travel through a wormhole and there being a warp of space and time. So what's going to happen to our molecules is going to happen to our atoms. We have to essentially move, possibly at the speed of light, and we've never been into a wormhole before, so we have no idea what will happen. We don't know that the warping of space and time can actually warp our physical body and killing us. So that's kind of the issue right now. And lastly, this is what the book looks like. If you guys haven't gotten it already, this is Death by Black Hole, written by deGrasse Tyson. And yeah, actually it's funny, he gave this to me when I was transitioning between my research in astrophysics, when I was conducting research at the Hayden Planetarium, and debating on moving into my art career when I was about 19 years old. And he brought me into his office and sat down, just pulled the book like right off the shelf behind him, did not even turn around, and was just like, read through this book because obviously it's about astrophysics, you're going to understand it, but it's a lot about your place in the universe, and looking at your personal life is something different than you know, how we may have thought about it before. And so for me, it actually right away made me look at life as a timeline and made me look at it as, you know what, this is something that I can do 1,000 different things in, and it was just very inspirational, and I'm really looking forward to seeing him tonight. Haven't seen him since I actually made the transition from my astrophysics research and into my art career. So this is actually going to be very exciting, and yeah, I hope that this was cool, and I'll do some more videos soon. So thank you guys for watching, and talk soon. Bye!